So this trip all started with a visit to see my daughter down at school in the Philadelphia area. And since I had such great weather, I decided to stop and do a night of camping on the way back and take the long way home. So I busted it from outside of Philly over towards Harrisburg, and then headed up to Bald Eagle State Forest for a night of camping before I headed back to Buffalo. For the most part, I avoid the highways like the plague when I'm on two wheels. It's not something I seek out. I only take them if I'm limited on time. But this is one section of highway I don't mind whatsoever on a bike. It's Route 322 leaving Harrisburg, PA, towards State College. And it's a nice ride. It's rarely got any traffic unless there's construction. It's got a 65-mile-an-hour zone, so you can move along pretty well. But it's a nice stretch of highway. I really enjoy it. This road here was supposed to be a shortcut, and had I known it was going to be this rough, I would have taken the long way. My bike is just too heavy, and especially when it's loaded with gear, this just isn't fun. I don't come looking for this type of riding down in the state forest. I just can't afford to have a spill out here. But if I had a mechanical issue, it would just really suck. But being a solo motorcyclist, this is why I carry so many tools. You know, I carry tools to do minor repairs. I carry tools to change a tire, fix a flat. I carry an air compressor that acts as a jump box as well. So you just have to be prepared. And, you know, I think I do a decent job. It's just trying to avoid the situations that could cause you trouble. I want to say this was Alsh Gap Road out of McClure, PA, because I was heading up into Bald Eagle State Forest. So yeah, I believe this was Alsh Gap Road. It's a nice ride. Got me up into the state forest, which is where I was headed. One of the nice features of the Pennsylvania State Forest is the fact that they have a lot of these day use areas which have vaulted toilets, and I tend to pin those on my Google Maps as I'm searching for an area to go camping. And when I'm on Reserve America, then I can match it up to Google Maps as to where I am and where I'm going. The thing about Reserve America, which is really nice, they give you a lot of information about the campsite. So it gives you how far it is off the road. Like this site here is 420 feet off the road, which I look for as far as giving me the seclusion that I'm looking for. It also gives me the terrain, whether or not it has a full sun, full shade, partial shade, whether it has a fire ring, whether it has a picnic table, and it gives you the coordinates because it's the only way you can find these sites. Okay, so I just got into camp, and I gotta get out of my riding gear and find a place to put up the tent, and then see if I can scrounge up some firewood. It's a nice little site. Maybe I'll cut that log up there. I got a saw, I can cut it up and then split it. I ended up just buying a sandwich at Sheetz. It's just another long day on the bike. I didn't feel like stop at a grocery store and grilling something up tonight, so I just bought a sandwich. So I'll just enjoy that. It'll be fine. I come to these primitive sites and I carry, this time I have my this is my 20-degree bag. It's supposed to get down into the 40s overnight. My pillow, it's a pillow from home. Those blow-up pillows I just haven't had any luck with. I just don't find them comfortable enough. And I have my air mattress. And then I have this is my small 4-season tent. But I carry everything in this roll-top dry bag. It all fits in there. I carry my cooking gear, my Stanley French press, my propane, my cup, and my burner in there. Yeah, I'm gonna set my stuff up and see if I can scrounge up some firewood, something to burn. Just keep the bugs away, really. This is a Thermarest Trail Light. It's supposed to be self-inflating. But that's basically my setup. Then I carry all my street clothes in this little 25-liter dry bag. And I just have this little lantern that I hang in the tent. It's only a 2-person tent. It does get a little cramped. Yeah, I like to throw all my gear in the tent. I'm gonna take a walk down. It's the one thing when I come to these primitive sites is it's hard to find anything to burn. I didn't come across anybody that was selling any firewood on the way up. So I get all these sites on Reserve America, where you can access the reservation system. That's all the state parks, state forests, all around the country. So yeah, this is number 47, Bald Eagle State Forest, and you used to get a printout confirmation for the permit, and you would put it in here, but they don't have a printable confirmation anymore. They don't do it that way, because it used to be on their own site before it went to Reserve America, and from their site you could print out a confirmation of permit and you would put it in the little holder there, which I liked, because if you were driving by, you would see the permit there and you would know it was occupied, because there is this one campsite that I've been to a couple times further north in Elk State Forest near Scenic Vista, and I've had people just drive up, because this post here would just say, it just says camping with an arrow. So people would drive up, and it wasn't until you got all the way up to the campsite that it would say number 54, permit required. The sky's looking a little ominous, actually. I'm not really seeing anything. I really don't want to spend any time or any effort cutting up stuff, to be honest with you. I might just forego the fire tonight. I'm not seeing a lot that is down and isn't going to take more effort than I really feel like putting into right now. It was like a 7-hour ride today. I don't know what the mileage is, but I kind of go by time. Today I took very little highway, so it took more time than the mileage would indicate. But anyway, it's very peaceful. I don't hear anything else around. I only saw a couple cabins on the way here. Not much. This might be promising though. Yeah, like somebody just came up now. I couldn't tell from that distance if it was a park ranger or not who was checking to see if the reservation was being fulfilled or not. Like that, I could drag that across the road, because they'll be close enough to see my bike. My whole thing would be to just deter somebody from coming all the way up here. I was just reading something about this new tick species that's in the area. That'll work. So I've settled in, got everything situated, got a little wood cut up, read my new book, Lila, from Robert Persig. Yeah, I'm gonna climb in and just make an early night of it, to be honest with you. Do some reading, get a good night's sleep. And I look forward to making coffee in the morning. It's definitely feeling like fall. Long day, 6-7 hours on the bike. Peace. Let's get some coffee going. Get packed up, not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a beautiful ride today. Beautiful ride. So I find one of the easiest things for me to do when doing these primitive sites and whatnot, as far as coffee goes, 2 methods I use. I either brew up coffee before I leave, throw it in the thermos, and then I just reheat it. The other thing I've been doing lately, a little Stanley coffee press. And I carry a vial. These are just those travel containers. I've got my coffee and my creamer. I'm sure everybody's seen these little coffee mugs at Dick's or REI's or whatever. Reheating coffee that I've brewed up. I'll fill this up and reheat this. And then I pour it back into my thermos a couple times. And I think that truck I saw last night was the ranger checking to see if there was an occupant on this site. Yeah, the first part was a peaceful sleep, and then I don't know what time it was, but it was probably 2-ish maybe. So from that direction, from starting there, and then I heard it here, was some kind of bugling. But that got my attention. Yeah, I heard an owl, and other than that, it was quiet. Kind of nice thing about these primitive sites is that check in and check out is 3 o'clock. And I just carry fat wood. I get them at Home Depot, and they are such big logs, I tend to cut them up because I fit them in this little container here. It just makes it easier space-wise in my side case. This is actually a case that a fuel injector came in for a '09, I think, BMW X5. We got 8 of them. Each injector came in these little containers, and they just fit accordion like that. And then I'll fit enough for 2 fires, basically, 2 camps. Looking down every time I see one of these pine cones, I think it's a rattlesnake. I've seen my share up here. They've been on the roadways, out sunning themselves. I just picked up some proper titanium silverware from REI. I don't do a lot of cooking, but when I do, it's usually a steak on the firebox with a salad. And if you book us one of these sites and you see that it's available the night before your arrival date, you know, you can get in there early. No one's going to be there, then I can plan my ride earlier or plan a longer ride. Other than the Ranger that came by yesterday, I haven't heard another vehicle. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this ride. I'm gonna go move my little barrier that I put out. So I use a DJI Action 5 and a DJI Action 4, and I also carry one of my remaining GoPros. It's a 9. My GoPro 10, actually, the mount broke when it was on the front of my bike on 695, the Baltimore Beltway. And there was no way of stopping and retrieving it. But yeah, further in this same direction, 2 miles, is a public bathroom. You know, in these primitive sites, there's no water, there's no electricity. Yeah, but today would be a day I would expect to see some rattlers out sunning themselves, perhaps today. Although I tend to only see them in like Bald Eagle and Tuscarora, Rothrock. I don't think I've seen them up north in the other forests that I've camped in, elk and Susquehannock. Yeah, I wish I could fly a drone. I know I would end up crashing it down there somewhere. I think this is the Treaster Valley Vista. Yeah, I've got a couple drones. I'm just not very good at flying them. Or whatever. Yeah, I'd like to get back out to an organized tent site on the GT before it starts to get too cold. The season started cold for me this year. I camped Watkins Glen on the GT. It was cold and wet. And then I camped the Adirondacks on the R, and it was cold and wet. It was early, it was in May. These are just these compression bags that I pick up off of Amazon for $20. And it just allows me to compress all the air out of this stuff, because that's what takes up so much damn room when it comes down to it. But then I just have that. It just makes my life so much easier, because it's one of those foam ones that rolls up pretty tight. And this is actually the bag that tent came in, but it's a good size for this pillow, because my blue dry bag it's long and narrow, and it's more conducive to having this stuff shaped more cylindrical. It tends to fit better in the bag. This Thermarest mattress is a bit of a challenge, but it is comfortable. It's just a challenge to get all the air out of it. See how the whole side of this is wet. I just want the thing to be waterproof. You know, it's like with the riding gear, it's like if it's not waterproof, I have no use for it, to be honest with you. It's just not, it doesn't work for me then. I'd rather be hot than wet. And I know why. It's because I had the boots sitting up against the wall there, so the inner layer was hitting the outer layer, and that's why the moisture. I don't know why both layers can't be waterproof. I don't understand why it's so difficult. I just want a waterproof tent. I'll give you a quick little walk around on what I carry in my side cases here. So in this one is my cooler, and that's where I'll carry my batteries and my camera stuff. On this side, because it is the small case, because of the exhaust, this is where I carry my axe and mallet, my firebox, all my camping tools, my tool bag. I carry rope because if I know it's going to rain, I'll bring a tarp that I can string up between trees. I had to deal with that in the Adirondacks at Rollins Pond. I luckily got it set up before the rain came in, but without it, I would have been stuck in the tent. And this is actually an air compressor and a jump box. So this is an air compressor, and it also has attachments for a jump. I'm always mindful about the stuff that I need, you know, being by myself out here. You know, it's not like I'm calling AAA this trip. And then I carry charcoal, and this is just matchlight charcoal for the firebox. To be honest, it's the only way that firebox works. You know, I was watching Sterling Norin use it, and he's the one that turned me on to it. But he's burning little pieces of wood in it to get coals, and I've tried that a couple times, and it's just a slow process, and you just never really get the coals hot enough. You never can burn enough wood in it. You just can't get enough coals in it to cook anything. So I started carrying the matchlight and solved my problem. So. And then I carry this little bleacher seat thing. Maybe you've seen me use this. But not all these primitive sites have picnic tables. So I carry this. This was a parting gift from the camp that my girls used to attend. I don't have it with me on this trip, a little folding table that folds up to about that size diameter, about that long. And then it opens up, it stands about this tall, and it's a nice little platform, and it works perfect with my low bleacher seat. So that's what I use when I don't have a picnic table. And on Reserve America, it tells you the amenities that it has: a picnic table, fire pit. It also gives you the distance off the road, which I always look for. And then it usually gives you a couple pictures of it. So you'll see if you have any grassy area to put a tent up. Or some of them are tent sites only because of the size of them. Others are trailer sites or whatever, you know. But it does give you a lot of information. It gives you the coordinates. There's a hummingbird that just went by. Very cool. And it's stuff that you got to keep in mind when you're doing this. If you choose to do it, is just be prepared. Have the equipment that you need. You know, I have the tools to fix a flat. You know, take the wheel off the bike in order to fix the tire. I just bring plugs, you know, the little gummy worm type plugs, because there's no metal carcass, metal cords to the tire, like a car tire. There's nothing to hold the plug, so they don't stay in. You can glue it, but I find it ends up leaking. So that's why I carry the air compressor. Anyway. So, leave no trace. I got nothing out here. Just finished putting my stuff away. I'll get my gear going. Looks like this is dried out good enough. And I'll take it home and air it out again and maybe spray it with some of the stuff that I've picked up. I picked up some of these these straps, and they're handy for like your unwieldy stuff, like a tent. You know how these tents are, you can never get them small enough to fit back into the factory bag. M-TAC is what they're called, compression sacks. And it just holds everything so I can then keep it compressed enough. And this is actually an old sleeping bag because I put my sleeping bags in these compression bags as well so I can compress the air out of them. And the reason I put it in this bag first is easier to slide into this bag than the tent is to slide into this bag. But it just makes compressing these stuff down to a manageable size. And then with this cylindrical bag, I can just fit everything in like that. So I got my tent, my sleeping bag, my air mattress, and my pillow. I'll put my shoes in there. I bring my Birks because after 6 hours of being in riding boots, I like to get the puppies out of the socks and the boots and put my Birks on and chill out. And then I'll throw anything else in there that I can fit. You know, it's... And as you can see, I just have my roll top lengthwise with my street clothes, dry bag. I carry this Craftsman tool bag for all my garbage. It's a good camp. I like this site. It's a good area.